Okay, let's roll.
Sorry, I will use my head, okay? Because
This
I
is,
have some injuries.
No, we'll talk about this because we want details. Like, who was the girl?
Who was the girl with the glass under her skirt?
Was it a deer?
No, what's the ideas? How did
Ideas. You broke away from Putin's regime. Like you had to run through walls.
Sorry for my English, guys. I'm still in the process.
Or is it
learning.
difficult to be Russian in the States right now?
Yeah, now I'm Russian. It was pretty fun. We're just having fun on my friend's birthday in Napa Valley. So I wasn't drunk. I was
In Napa Valley.
I was like kind of medium well drunk. Yeah, I was just запнулся, which is how you call it in English.
Yeah, you tripped over.
Yeah, and
It's like, by the way, the podcast is like Learn Russian with Sasha.
yes.
Sasha from Russia, everyone.
Tripped over. Споткнулся.
So we were dancing, and then I want to
Lift her.
lift up some people. But when we started to fall down, I was keep fighting with me and the gravity, and that is why I can block my head and I just go to the.
I really think that the fight with gravity is not fair.
Toxic joke.
So this is a pilot. That's hey everyone. We're for not so random people trying to do a pilot of our video podcast that is called Deconstructed DC. And it's not about venture capital. It's just like we didn't come up with anything better than that. But the idea here is that we want to talk about different stuff and we want to deconstruct it.
I have an idea. Let's open Twitter in a random place and discuss that we.
Okay, I'll explain what's happening here. It's like before we got together, we had like a homework task. Everybody had to find some news they wanted to talk about. Stasia didn't find one, so she was like now trying to come up with excuses.
That's true.
So she found 3 stories, but she couldn't pick
About-
only one. So she
about
decided
Elon
to
Musk's
randomize the
photos.
choice.
No, it was his stories about Elon Musk.
No, I wanted to talk about.
I'm
the,
sorry, guys. I
stuff.
should to say something. Не оправдывайся перед ними.
By the way, why are 4 Russian people are trying to speak English here? Like, I guess a lot of you will be wondering. And to be honest, we don't know ourselves. But we thought that we want to start creating content in English because a lot of us have already done a lot of content in Russian, and it feels like we know it all. Like, right? There's no room for new jokes in Russian. There's no room for new news.
Yeah.
We've already discussed it all. Yeah,
I
let's
think you have
begin.
good news about this AI intelligence.
Yeah, you want to talk about the news now? I just wanted to introduce you guys, like, because I feel like I want this to be like a long-term thing, like not just a one-night stand. So Sasha from Russia is a world-famous comedian. He is a producer. He's a film director.
It's very fun with my face now.
Yeah,
That's how we produce movies in Russia. We shoot fighting.
So Sasha, you want to introduce others?
Yeah, I think we can make some short introduction with our.
Oh, so you're like so
And we
lazy,
can-
you don't want to do it now. You want to just like
I want to show
have
me.
it like Sasha from Russia, like
I
world
just-
famous comedian.
Oh, yeah, well, famous, and I'm hiding. That is why you don't know me. So, what do you do?
For a living.
For living, yeah, it's a common question in the United States. Let's.
Not here. No, in the Valley, it's funny. When people ask what you do, they already kind of assume that you are in tech.
Mhm.
So they want to know if you're building a startup or you're investing in startups or you work at a startup. So, or maybe there's something else, and then you're suddenly become the most interesting person in the room because everybody wants to know like how is it to be outside of tech. So what I do for a living, I invest in startups with my wife Marina. We are partners in the fund that is called Davidos VC. We are very creative with naming, and we are running a community of engineers, founders, operators, angel investors that pool together our capital, expertise, resources to find good startups, to help them grow, to exit from them and make a lot of money.
We should say you have a lot of success stories in your previous life before you guys made your own phone.
That's my current life. That's not previous life. It's
No, before.
Before this fund,
You
yeah.
was one of the workers in the other funds?
Fund.
Yeah, we
And now this is yours.
Yeah, this is our third fund. We've seen some success. We invested in unicorn companies on seed stage. We invested in companies that got acquired by Meta, Google, MyTech,
5 minutes later.
Headspace,
Do you want coffee?
other stuff.
I'm actually an investor
not-
too. I invested in their company,
In
the Legion Farm.
No.
Yeah.
Was it better than buying into Bitcoin last year?
Yeah, I think so.
Tell us about your company.
Tech company, and actually she had a phone now. Yeah.
Fund.
Yes, and it's also a fund, and it's a little bit smaller, or maybe the same size as yours. And we also invest in some tech startups here as any fund. Yeah, I worked previously in Legion Farm. Legion Farm is a marketplace for professional players when you want someone to escort you in game and to make safe your journey into the game. You can hire one.
Guys, this is your goal, yeah, to make like 1
Yeah,
billion.
to make 1 million jobs in virtual world, and I think we will come there.
So
One
only me here who has no phone.
But you're still an
success
investor.
startups.
But we see you're fighting for it.
Yeah, I'm fighting
He's
for
investing in
this
truck
one.
business right now.
Truck business.
I'm trying to.
Are you
invest.
trafficking people into the United States?
I'm dreaming about that.
China uses AI to improve courts, with computers correcting perceived human errors in a verdict, and judges forced to submit a written explanation to the machine if they disagree.
Scary about artificial intelligence. Me
No,
too.
the point is that I was thinking while we've been discussing that those news about those juries in China that will apply artificial intelligence to make the decisions about the cases, they will miss a very important part, the mercy. Like,
Can it learn mercy?
Yeah,
It can basically. I think what everybody's missing here is that everybody thinks that AI is going to come in and start ruling in somebody's favor, like not the way people would do
the
that.
government favor.
It's always a man, you know. It's always a person with this artificial intelligence. It can't be like by itself.
No, it can. So it's like a database. You put
Yeah,
some
but
you put
someone
numbers in.
coding it.
Yeah, but like you can see which data has been trained on, and the whole reason
Yeah,
they're
but who will
introducing this,
decide which is good and which is bad?
the history.
But the history is so.
I like it.
Yeah, it will know all the precedents that were
Yeah, we'll
even before. So
Yeah,
it's like
this is how it
perfect.
I don't believe you, IT guys, because that is what you told us some years ago about bitcoins. Like
No.
it is about freedom. It is about freedom. It's
No.
new technology. Nobody controls it. But what we see now,
You know.
someone is manipulating with this price.
They are manipulating the price, but the whole point of Bitcoin is that like you don't need to care about the price. It's not there. It's not there to make you rich. It's not
Okay.
there. It's not there to make me rich.
Try to
or
say it in
anybody.
Starbucks, like this is your coffee. Don't care about money. It is about freedom.
No, because
Bring your
Bitcoin is
coffee.
not coffee. Bitcoin is an amazing like technological case. This is one of the first ones that got popular.
I can change my
It's a-
Voyager bitcoins, which I hold in Voyager. I can change it. For
Good job, by the way.
For
Nice,
coffee now.
nice quote. Yeah.
Thank you. It's better to
Well,
Voyager. Call me.
Good call on
I
buying
can
those.
buy you. I have 2 Ethereum.
Anyway, the law system is a system, and there are now a lot of things that are helping the system, the government, and our life is so strict. Maybe we need more people behavior in some actions, more some actions in the favor of people, not in the favor of system and government.
Then
And
change
That's-
people.
And
Don't.
that's why the final decision will be
Yeah, it's still
always
the
on
person.
one
What is
person.
the news?
Yes.
Yes, so the idea, the
I
way it
see.
works, it's a decision support system that looks on all of the cases, predicts what the outcome of the case should be, and it tells this prediction to the judge.
Okay, how
If
it-
the judge disagrees, then they can overrule it and say, hey, I don't think this is good.
Okay, the main rule.
So yeah, the judge still
Yeah.
controls it. But if the judge's decision is different from what the AI decision was, from what AI suggestion was,
They should explain why.
they should explain why to the machine.
And who decide?
Yeah, it's
Who
a.
decide? In
the-
them.
the- no, 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 the judge. It's not because they need to explain and the machine will decide. No, it's because they will use this data to retrain the machine to make it better.
How can be
Feel like-
независимое?
Independent.
Independent decision.
So you don't know which word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just moved from Russia.
Yeah, it's just a
now.
new
It's
word.
new word. What does it mean actually, independent?
So first of all, I think this technology is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The two downsides it have, because this happens in China. China is the government is not really well known for being very democratic. So yeah, the laws that they pass are not fully democratically passed laws.
Okay,
And-
can we,
I mean, what if-
I'm sorry. Can we just not like push China or just say it's bad when the system is not democratic?
Okay, yeah, let's say that.
What
It's
if
bad.
what if their artificial intelligence will be cruel, and like kill them, kill these people?
So this system is based on
On what
previous
people do.
decisions. So if before like
So-
decisions were
so
cruel,
if this- if-
it will follow
We've
your
seen
lead.
that in the movie, you know?
Like-
Age of Ultron. It was
Okay.
the Avengers
So,
second movie.
The
It was
problem that Hollywood creates for the AI industry is just like it's irreparable. Because of Hollywood, everybody, because of Terminator and shit like this, everybody
Yeah,
believes
yeah.
that AI is a being that has its own agenda.
iRobot.
It does not have agenda. It's optimizing a function.
If it was invented by I don't know some dictator, his decisions was bad.
If you train an AI on
his
decisions
decisions.
of a dictator, that would be a dictator, yeah. And like the thing is that this actually happened to Microsoft a few years back. I feel like maybe even like 7 years back. There was one of the first like AI publicly released that was learning from Twitter, and like in just over the course of just 1 week, it has become incredibly racist and started like saying that Hitler was
Oh,
right, and yeah, because it learned from Twitter, for God's sake.
Oh, okay, because
And-
he doesn't understand toxic humor.
That is correct,
I think,
and
yeah.
it does well, and it learns from people who
Yeah,
are terrible. When you train a machine on like what the courts has been producing over the years, that basically means that the machine will produce on average the similar results. I don't think they're gonna use it in place of judges ever. This is the way for like you have a 1.5 billion country. You have to make your courts more productive. When we talk about the centralized world, when we talk about AI, when we talk about all this concept of like future equality, it is based on the concept that these technologies can produce enough value for the world that we can all do nothing and still be able to eat something, live somewhere, get some education, like fill the lower levels of Maslow pyramid. But yeah, so once we are able to use robots to work for us, create all the value that we need.
For robots. Or us.
No. Robots govern, but they do not own us, right? We use them to govern because, again, presidents do not control countries. They should not be controlling countries. Presidents are hired by taxpayers to enforce laws.
So the same as robots, yeah. But what about this protect robots' rights and the other stuff? It will come.
No, it won't.
Robots march.
There are free
No.
rules of
It's actually a funny discussion that was part of.
Robots' pride.
We talked about it with Lex Friedman on what was the app nobody remembers the name of now, which was
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Yes. So when Clubhouse was popular, I accidentally jumped.
I remember this week. This
Yeah, with this
2 weeks period.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good joke. First of all, 3 laws of robotics from Isaac Asimov
Yeah, I know.
do not apply to the real world because again, robots do not have free will.
Okay.
I doubt they would have free will in the way that we understand free will because
But what about this movie?
By the way,
Her?
we don't even understand free will. Like we don't even know if people have free will. Come
Yes.
on. Like
I
philosophers.
just read actually that your brain, it's true, it's not a joke, guys. Your brain made a decision and then told you this decision after like 40 seconds or 30 seconds. It's a very long time.
Yeah, so you explain your own decisions. So it's one of the concepts philosophers talk a lot, but I don't think there's a solution. Truth be told is that one of the core principles of the American country, the American democracy, is that there is no taxation without representation. This is one of the things that, like when America fought for its independence, This is what they wanted from the UK. Now it's funny that Washington DC is taxed but not represented. But what's going to be funny is that robots will get taxed, because everybody who currently runs like AI companies, robotic companies, robots working in production, manufacturing work, robots working as like drivers.
Yeah, will
robots,
they pay taxes?
They will. The government will tax them as human labor.
Government
pretty
will
much.
tax everyone. What about cats?
But no
Oh.
taxation without representation means that if they are taxed, they have to be represented in the government.
Ah, okay.
So they have to be part of legislation. They have to be.
They should elect the government. Voting.
They should. Yeah, they should have.
They should voting. If they pay, they should voting.
That's right. Like, but now we have a big problem. It's like, if a robot, like if an Uber self-driving car hits a person and kills the person, Uber is
Who
liable,
goes to jail?
right? Because
Yeah.
well, we have a precedent. We don't have to guess. Uber is liable, and the person who was like controlling it is liable too, and the company is liable. So if the company is paying all the taxes for all the robots that it has created, does this corporation get all of the voting power for that? That looks scary. That sounds real
Yeah.
scary. So I
We
think
came to the beginning. Who will control
Yeah.
the AI?
that's right. It says, well, they don't really control the AI. They create the AI, and then like, I think in terms of like, if we speak about AI that governs us as a society, that AI has to be open source. So everybody has to be able to check how it's built, what it's trained on, what outcomes does it work on. Because in that way, planned economy is I gotta probably introduce a very unpopular opinion right now, that planned economy, what we had in the Soviet Union, do you remember that kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like that when the government's department would say that this plant has to manufacture 20 tons of nails, and then they would just manufacture 20 nails, each one weighing a ton, and then they wouldn't know what to do with them. So the whole thing collapsed, and the whole Soviet Union collapsed, partially because of planned economy that is less innovative than market economy. But if it's control, if we assume that the market's ideal, meaning that in economy, ideal market means that everybody has information about everything, so everything's transparent. If the market's ideal, and if we have a really, really nicely built AI to govern it, then planned economy becomes more efficient than market economy, because market economy wastes resources on competition. We make stuff to drive you out of business, you make stuff to drive us out of business. We waste our energy on that. We waste a lot of stuff on competition. One thing that is missing from planned economy is innovation. So innovation has to stay a market economy, ideally like funded by venture capitalists, so we can make more money.
You lost
I
us.
don't understand.
Yeah, I'm sorry for it. That's just
Okay, tell me one thing that will definitely be the same as now in 10 years, and one thing that will be different.
Human stupidity will still cause human suffering.
Okay.
What's going to be different in like what, 5 years, 10
10
years?
years, 10
10 years. Okay.
Oh.
We're right here recording, like we're in the creator economy. We're creating a podcast, and we're gonna make money on it. Hopefully, please pay for ads. And we'll basically we are creating content right from the comfort of and the heat of our house, where the AC is not enough for the climate. But in 10 years, this is what people in Africa will be doing on average. This is what people in in bad neighborhoods in Brazil will be doing. This
So
is,
we'll see more creators in 2 years.
yes, we'll see not only creators, like everything that is normal for us right now here in Silicon Valley, like using DoorDash to get your
One thing,
breakfast.
one thing.
Oh, I'm just saying the progress will be more widespread. This is my thing.
I was thinking, do you think that all these jobs will be replaced by artificial intelligence?
That is a good
Yeah.
question.
Because
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of resistance to that. Because you see what is happening right now in the economy is that we're missing a lot of service jobs are vacant. A lot of construction jobs are vacant, a lot of farm jobs are vacant. If we look at the stats, like we are kind of in a recession right now, but recession usually means that the economic output is slowing down, and there's a problem with unemployment. There's no unemployment because
yeah, but still,
Based on statistics.
these robots, they still controlled by people. So this is like a new job. For example, these robots with the products
that is right.
still operated by people.
Yeah, not so they're like semi-automatic. This is the whole thing. It's like a tool. Like it's a tractor to do farming jobs. Before that, you had to like do it yourself or
For example,
find slaves.
how
to
do
do
you
it.
think?
We don't say they ask for it here.
Will your daughter need
Have to
like
have
driver
it.
lessons? Like
Will
after 10 years?
I think she will
And
still
maybe
need
after
one. Yeah, she'll definitely need one.
I was thinking, like, if you can prioritize what jobs will definitely be replaced by AI, what would be the first jobs to replace?
I think this is not the question of like what jobs are like need to be replaced. It's or like what's easier to make. For example, we're investing, and you know the company, so I'll tell the guys.
So you're investing in some artificial intelligence companies?
Yeah, we love AI. We love robotics. This is like half of our portfolio is AI. And I even changed my name. I used to be Nikolai with a Y in the end.
Yeah.
Now I'm Nicol AI.
Oh,
I think our future robot overlords would love it.
like he one of us. That was the
Yes.
first. For
But-
example, if the Musk say to you like I integrate this microchip in your head, would you accept it or not?
Not the first version, no.
Yeah, but
No.
who?
Like I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people who they are starting with disabled people
Yeah.
for whom it
Ah.
actually brings value straight out the gate. Because like if you cannot see,
Did they fix some disease already?
no, not yet, but like they have a monkey playing video games.
Yeah, I saw
using
that.
this. That's pretty dope, right? And I think they will be able to enable a lot of people who have problems with seeing or problems with hearing, problems with talking. It's a direct interface for them. It's like Stephen Hawking. Do you know how Stephen Hawking talked?
Yeah.
He used the tip of his tongue to press. There was literally he could like move his eyes and the tip of his tongue. He was pressing on a button.
With the tongue.
Yep. Do you remember how it was a single button? Do you remember how we texted like back in the day where we had to like tap a number 4 times for a letter S?
Yeah.
So he would have to type it like tap the button like 20 times because he was basically scrolling down the alphabet. And he would do this so quickly that it sounded like he would speak. But this is imagine now him having Neuralink implanted into his brain. It would be he would just think of words and the machine would say them out loud, so everybody would be able to talk to
But
people
what
like
should
that.
you do with your thoughts which you don't want to be announced?
No, it's I don't think it's
Red button.
Yeah.
I don't think it can
It's like publish.
announces
It's like
everything.
enter button there. Yeah.
Editor.
Yeah, I think you still need to like make a very conscious effort to produce the sounds. It's literally like when you think.
The government can use this thing. If they put Neuralink, they can put like your thoughts will be announced.
Yeah, that would
That sounds
Or
like another
not.
Or not.
No, just
Or not
be
anymore.
silent. Be
Yeah,
silent
this was
forever.
like put the volume and like no, you shouldn't.
You should.
Yeah.
You shouldn't think.
So,
Keep silent.
if I have, like you said, problem with talking. So I have a problem with talking because I'm being interrupted a lot. So should I have this button or you?
Yeah, I should probably have something, like you can just like put some electrodes under my skin so
Like
you can
sleep.
shock me every time I interrupt
Like
you.
Yeah.
More
it's-
hate, guys, more hate.
More hate, yeah.
No,
More hate and more
no,
likes.
please.
You can make a hate comment, but then don't forget to like this video and
Yeah.
share with someone
Absolutely.
with
Like
a hate speech. Look at this dude.
feel free to shitpost, but just make sure you like and that you share a link to it so everybody can see your shitpost.